Hello everyone. Welcome to Stat Skill Hub. I'm Dr. Asha Jindal. In the last video, we built a perfect looking train line using the method of least squares. But here is the question nobody asked. How do you know if your trained line is actually good or just good looking? Today, we are checking our work with two numbers. Every data analyst needs to know MAPE, mean absolute percentage error, and RMSE, root mean square error. Stick around because at the end I will show you what happens when a straight line just is not enough anymore. Fitting a line is only half the job. The real test is how far off is it from reality. We use two tools. MAPE, mean absolute percentage error. On average, by what percent do our estimates miss the actual value? Lower is better, and because it's a percentage, you can compare it across completely different data sets like sales figures, rainfall, stock prices doesn't matter. RMSE, root mean square error. This tells you the typical size of your error in the same units as your data. And notice it squares the errors first. That means one huge miss hurts your score a lot more than several small ones. RMSE punishes big mistakes. MAP equals to grading on a curve in percentage form, RMSE grading in real units, rupees, kg, tons. Which one do you think matters more for something like weather forecasting? Comment your guess. Let's put numbers on it using our export sales example from the part 1 from the last video. For every year, we already know the actual value and the estimated value. From our trained line, subtract them and we get the error term. Take the error as a percentage of the actual value, like minus 1.71 divided by 12 into 100 and take the modulus value of it gives you 14.26 percentage, and like for rest of them, and average of all 9 years, that's our map value. Square each error, average this and take the square root, that is the RMS. MAPE is 7.92 percentage, RMSE is 1.71. That means on average our trained line is only off by 8 percentage and typically misses by less than 2 units. For real business data, that's genuinely solid. So, which one should you use? Honestly, both, but for different jobs. MAPE, when you are comparing trained quality across totally different data sets, maybe comparing your company's self forecast accuracy against competitors, even though the numbers are different scales. Use RMSE when you actually care about the real world size of mistakes, like how many units we are going to be off by, because that number stays in the original units. One warning on mean absolute percentage error: if your actual value is ever 0, the formula breaks. You are dividing by 0. Keep that in your back pocket. If you are studying this for an exam, this slide right here is worth memorizing. It's the classic compare and contrast question. Let's switch gears and bring in a fresh data set, wheat production 2023, to practice the moving average again, but this time with a 3-year window instead of 4. Same logic as before. Average each value with neighbors on either side. Notice we lose the trained value for very first and very last year. That's the price of smoothing. It's not a flow, it's just how the method works. You could see that no moving average cells in 2016 and 2023. This is the expected limitations. Now let's go all the way, fit an actual list square trend line to this wheat data. We have got 8 years, which is an even year. So instead of whole number x values, we code them as -7, -5, -3, -1, 1, 3, 5, 7. To avoid the fractions, I have used the average of 2019 and 220, which turns out to be 2019.5. X equal to 2 times year minus 2019.5 gives me this coded column as -7 to 7. That keeps the math clean and avoid fractions. For the normal equations, A equal to 127.5 and B equal to 1.35. So our trained line y cap is equal to 127.5 plus 1.35x. If I push this line forward to 2026, we get an estimated production of 145.05, a solid upward trend. Try calculate the 2025 estimates yourself using this formula. Drop your answer in the comments. I will pin the correct one. Now here's a twist. What if your data does not move in a straight line? It curves, speeds up, slow down, maybe even reverses. That's when a straight line just is not good enough, and we need a second degree or quadratic trend. Y is equal to a plus bx plus cx square. This needs 3 normal equations instead of 2, a bit more algebra, but the same trick of centering x at 0 make to simplify things still works. Solving this in Excel and or Jamovi, no manual algebra required. Let's actually solve it. Same 7 years of wheat production coded symmetrically as x equal to -3 to 3. So summation x is 0 and summation x cube also becomes 0. We built out the sums. Summation y equals to 884, summation x square equal to 28, summation xy as the 79, summation x square y is 3515. And a quick shortcuts. Summation x raised to 4 is just the sum of summation x squared, giving us as 196. When you plug those into the 3 normal equations and solve them simultaneously, you will get the answer A as 127.29, B as 2.82, C as minus 0.25. So our curve is y cap is equal to 127.29 plus 2.82x minus 0.25x square. Notice that C is negative. That's what bends the line into a curve instead of straight path. You could see yellow line. It's a not straight. Push it forward to 2023 and we estimate production about 134.57. Now please look at the chart. See how the curves bend to hug the actual ups and downs better than a straight line would. That's the whole point of going quadratic. This is exactly the kind of calculation that takes 10 minutes by hand but 10 seconds in Excel and Jamovi, which is exactly what we are going to do in the part 3. Let's recap what we have covered across both videos. We have now got 4 ways to assess trend: freehand, semi-average, moving average, and list squares, plus the quadratic curve for when a straight line just won't cut it. List squares gives you mathematically best fit line. MAPE and RMSE tells you how much to trust that line. And always match your method to the shape of your data. If this helped make trend analysis click for you, smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss part 3, and drop a comment telling me MAPE or RMSE, which one are you going to use first? In part 3, we are putting down the calculator and doing all this in Excel or Jamovi. Same data, same methods, a fraction of manual work. See you there.